top of page 299 in your history books. Hit it, Taj. Oh, I can't.
Famous invention. The invention most people think of when they hear the name Thomas Edison is the light bulb. Mr. Edison did not invent the light bulb, but he knew he could improve it. Fires were often started by the first light bulb. Thomas Edison started looking for ways to keep the bulb from catching fire and to make them stay lit longer.
Nice work, Taj. All right, Ben, you're up. Next paragraph.
He never gave up. He continued to
Nope.
try until he
Nope.
found
Thomas Edison spent months.
Thomas Edison spent months testing his different materials. He never gave up. He continued to try until he found a way to make his inventions work. After 1.5 years, Thomas Edison finally found the right material to his light bulbs that could last longer. He set his display around Menlo Park right before Christmas. This was a Christmas light display. When he turned on the lights, people from all around came to see his workshop. 2.5 years later, he set up his lights in a New York City display.
Nice. All right. So it's hard for us to think about how revolutionary this would be. Every human that had ever lived before this time had never seen a light bulb. Think about that. Maybe the one or two guys who invented the broken ones. But that means every person, Jesus, Samson and Delilah, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, Napoleon Bonaparte, every person had only ever seen light lit by a flame. And then all of a sudden, this guy gives light bulbs. And you just flip the switch and it boom, and it'll just last. It lasts. You don't have to put more wood in it. You don't have to worry about it burning down your house. It would have been revolutionary. In fact, people were so impressed by Thomas Edison that they called him the Wizard of Menlo Park. Why do you think they called him a wizard? Why do you think they call him the Wizard of Menlo Park? Caleb?
Because wizards are wise and he was very smart, and wizards are smart too.
That's true, but also think about what I just said about the people that never seen something like this. What can wizards do, Malachi?
Wizards can use their powers to make light, but Thomas Edison made light with the light bulbs to last longer, like in the movie Onward.
Yeah, well, so wizards do things. I'll give Caleb one last shot. Yeah, Caleb. You.
Things that other people can't?
Wizards do things that seem impossible. Now, wizards don't exist, obviously, but wizards do magic, right? They they hit lightning bolts and do all kinds of stuff, levitate Taj off the ground, throw him into the wall. Just kidding, Taj. They do things that are impossible. And so people were like, who is this guy this inventing all these things? People had never seen a light bulb. All of a sudden, he's got light bulbs everywhere. People had never been able to hear a recorded voice. He's got the phonograph. He invented all of these things that people had never seen before. And so they were like, yeah, this guy's really smart, but also, yeah, this guy's like a wizard. He's got magical powers. He's just creating these things. They never would have seen anything like it. And so they were very, very impressed. All right, Malachi, will you read the next paragraph, please?
Okay, family life. Thomas Edison spent long hours in his workshop inventing or thinking. Sometimes he would forget to have lunch or dinner. His daughter would bring food for him to eat. Mr. Edison kept a cot in his workshop to take a short nap instead of going home to bed.
Nice.
A cot is a little bed.
Okay, nice. Thank you. It's an important distinction. Zuri, do you know where we're at? It's your turn to read.
In 1884, Mr. Edison kept a cot in his workshop In 1884, Mr. Edison became ill and died. When Mr. Edison later decided to marry again, his new wife, Mina, enjoyed Morse code as well. Thomas Edison taped the code, "Will you marry me?" into her hand, and she tapped her reply yes. After the after the two were married, Miss Edison loved to have large parties and entertain guests. She was full She was in charge of all of the holidays except for one, the 4th of July. This was Mr. Edison's favorite holiday. He woke up the family early in the morning with fireworks. He made himself, then the family ended the day with another fireworks show.
Nice work. All right, more inventions. You are up, Caleb.
Thomas Edison moved his business to the town of West Orange, New Jersey. The building was much larger. More than 10,000 people worked on Mr. Edison's inventions.
Very good. Blake, you are up next, please. I can't unmute you, Blake. So yeah, there you go.
Mr. Edison also experimented with photography. He made the first moving pictures or movies. The first movies did not have any sound, could only be viewed by one person at a time, and were only a few seconds long. With more improvements to the design, the movies became longer. Thomas Edison Company filmed Annie Oakley, a famous American sharpshooter, doing an entire Western show.
Nice work. All right, Kasha, you are up. Please read the next paragraph.
When Thomas was 16, he worked as
Page 301. The battery was the invention.
The battery was the invention that he brought to Thomas Edison and the most success. He tried more than 1,000 experiments before he was satisfied. When someone asked Mr. Edison if he failed, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work."
All right, so when he says he tries 10,000 different ways to do a thing, and 9,999 of them don't work. And they're like, dude, you failed all of these times when you got once. That's not a very good success rate. And he said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb. What do you think he means by saying that? What is he trying to convey? Zuri?
What he's trying to say is he did not fail. He just found some ways that didn't work. Fail would be like if you found the way and let's say just blew up. That would be a fail.
That would be a fail. Kasha, did you want to add to that?
Yeah,
What is it? What do you think he meant by that?
I think he meant by I have 1,000 ways not to make it is that I can't make those anymore, so I have to find out new ways.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for new ways, right? That's true. Both of those things are true. Malachi?
I think he's trying to say is he just found 10,000 ways that won't work, and he has 10,001. He has 10,001, and that one he made it work. But when he did that, he did it right, and the others were wrong. And he said he was trying to say they were test outs. So when he made his 10,000 first light bulb with the battery, it worked.
Yeah. What he's trying to say is never give up, right? Now, this is a silly comparison, but Mr. Fraser likes to play video games like you do. And I was playing this game called Bloodborne, and it's kind of a hard game. It's actually super hard. And it doesn't have like an easy mode. You can't like change it or cheat it. It's just hard, right? And I was on this one boss, and he just kept on killing me. And I was so frustrated. I thought, I am going to smash this controller. I was so frustrated. I was like, I'm going to rage quit. But I took a step back and I thought, like, how have I been doing this? I've been just charging in the whole time. I got to think of a different way to do it. And so I kept on trying. I tried getting back and like kind of hitting him from a far away distance. And then I noticed that he teleported. But when he teleported, he fell into some flames and he started burning. And then I found out his weakness was fire, which I then used to destroy the beast. Now, that is a silly thing, just video games. But the idea is, had I just given up, that would have been the end of my game. I wouldn't have been able to play anymore. But if you keep on persevering, I found out it doesn't work to charge in. It doesn't work to shoot him from the distance. It doesn't work to, you have to think of keep on going until you find the right way. Now, Thomas Edison was doing something important. He was inventing things. And so if he got discouraged, like I keep on failing, I'm terrible, then he would have never succeeded. But he thinks, well, I've learned I can't do it that way, so I've actually done something. I haven't failed. I've learned I can't do it. Am I glitching out? All right. Well, anyways, it is